secret diary. Their page is missing.
Who would do that?
Bob.
But Bob is not real.
Bob is real. He's been having me since I was 12. The diary was hidden too well. There is no other person who could have known where it was. He's real. He's getting to know me now. He speaks to me.
What does Bob say?
He says,
What, please? What?
fire, walk with me.
Gordon, it's 10:10 a.m. on February 16th. I was worried about today because of the dream I told you about. Don't take the ring, Laura. Don't take the ring.
Are you? Who are you really?
Do you think that if you were falling in space, that you would slow down after a while or go faster and faster?
Faster and faster. And for a long time, you wouldn't feel anything. And then you'd burst into fire. Forever. And the angels wouldn't help you. Because they've all gone away.
Twin Peaks was like a shooting star that exploded onto the screen and became a part of the American culture immediately. And now the movie gives it a new life. It's like a rebirth. The movie is the last week of Laura Palmer's life. Those last 7 days, and more happens in those 7 days than happened during the whole series on television. That much I can promise.
It was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. It's living a lifetime in just 2 short months. It was an emotional roller coaster ride. There were days when I didn't think I didn't know how I was going to go another minute or another day. We really run the gamut in this of what she goes through. And thank God for David, because he's so brilliant that he gets you through and he helps you find it. It was an incredibly lonely role to play. One of Laura's big things is her loneliness, and that is what I will always remember about her the most. And that's the emotion that I felt the most while playing the role. I don't think a day went by that I didn't feel an incredible loneliness. And that was at times very hard to deal with. I love David. He is one of the most remarkable people I've ever met on this planet. His sense of humor is fantastic, and creatively, I think he's a genius. Working with him there are no words to explain it. It's like you go in and you have to be living completely in the moment and be ready to go wherever he takes you. And you never know where that's going to be. And he's humble and he's kind, and he comes from a very good place. He has a wonderful soul also, which I think is incredibly important.
I think it's bizarre, very bizarre. And it was a lot of fun working on it. David Lynch is a very supportive director as well as a lot of fun. He's sort of like a crazy uncle. And that's sort of how I saw him. The crew was very nice. The cast was really nice. I was nervous going in, taking over another role that was, someone else's, but they all were very welcoming. And I think it's a great story. And the film is going to knock people out, I think. About the film? You'll love it. You will, you'll love it. If you like the series, you'll love the movie. And I think it's nice for everyone to finally get to see what Laura Palmer was like before she was killed. She led a very interesting private life, and I think it's something everyone's waiting to see. So I think you'll love it.
It was hard to play Shelley just taking the beatings. I personally would, have to hit back. But Shelley wouldn't do that, so she knew the danger she was in. She just sort of did it in another way. She was sneaky, and she got the love and attention she needed by going around his back, getting him back. So a lot of directors and writers, they're good at what they do, but usually an actor and a director and a writer wants to make something as real as they possibly can, as real life so people can relate to it. And with David, he creates the way you talk. He creates the way you walk. To him, anything goes. So it's just really fun to work with someone like that. I always tell this story, but there was one time I was doing a scene, and all of a sudden he told me to start tilting my head up toward the ceiling, very slowly and very smooth. And so I said, okay, David, okay. And he just had me tilt all the way up and just stare up at the ceiling. And I said, David, would someone really do this? I mean, what does this mean? And he said, of course no one would do it. This is the movies. So he just makes things up, the way he has people talk backwards, and he's a creator, which I think is very rare and unique in this business. Someone that just creates things, sits down and just makes up his own world, and I think that's really interesting. So